Hello gamers, we're back. Ascension 11 is the defect. I'm dialed in, I've moved my camera. I don't like it covering the orb either, okay? So I just want to put it in a place where maybe it's not going to cover anything, but it's kind of a precious piece of real estate in this game where there's a lot of information. I'm a simple man, 7 max HP for electrodynamics. We take those. So I'm going to hit you with something that might blow your mind, okay? Something that might drive you crazy. Echo Form's great. I hope to get it after the Act 1 boss. Electrodynamics on Act 1, I may value it a little bit more highly. And then I'll tell you straight up, I'm perusing the path with the most encounters at this point. Because for a guy like me, I mean, I think we pretty much... I don't want to say we got this locked up just because of one card, because that's kind of insane. But we're in a very powerful and aggressive spot with something like electrodynamics in our back pocket, or hopefully our front pocket if I could ever draw it like on turn 1 when enemies aren't attacking, because that would really hit the spots. I will say though, I almost think you don't play it against this guy, but the main sticking point on Act 1 is oftentimes AoE, and this is such like a huge AoE helper that it's kind of disgusting. I'll keep buying for now. Those are 2 pretty core cards for the kind of deck that we might consider rocking. I do want to... Thank you so much. I do want to remove some cards, but it doesn't have to be right now. We might hit some question marks in the future. You never know. This is the power of drawing electrodynamics early. Nothing could stop us. Okay, so great stuff. Great stuff so far. I'll pass. I don't think we need barrage to kill enemies. I really think we should be... I should have taken a closer peek. There were 3 elites on the left, but the thing is, we might prefer 2 elites and not having to fight like the enhanced elite. I don't know. Maybe that's cope, but cope is what I was going to say after that, which is that elite had a trash relic anyway. You don't even need to worry about it. I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be worried about it either. This, and this definitely kills you. And I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling like loop is tempting, but I think we don't need to de-lean our deck for a loop right off the bat. Now, what would I do here? We have 4 or 5 very good cards that are already in need of an upgrade. I'm a simple man, so I start on Zap. I'm also a simple man, so I think something like Distilled Chaos could kind of go crazy against this guy. We want to make sure he dies fast. Electrodynamics easily allows us to kill the orb walkers. I don't know what they're, the obelisk type individuals, the fellas, you know what I'm talking about, the group of 3. But we might need some potion help for the others. Machine learning. Innate is kind of crazy. I think I could be persuaded, especially given that I don't have to upgrade it. But I should acknowledge, I guess, that it reduces our chances. I don't know if it's going to take us 5 turns to get through you, so I'm not going to pop that regen potion yet. It reduces our chances of drawing an early electrodynamics, but it's also, like, fairly possible that we don't care, I guess, against this guy, but against certain fights, it might make a big difference. Either way. We're looking great. As long as we have a regen potion, we don't need the rest. So I wouldn't sweat this for an instant right now. I'll take a cold snap to keep the orbs moving. I'll take kunai. Am I insane? I feel like we've almost got like multiple win conditions now. I'm gonna go for the extra lightning orb, but defrag is up there. You're not what I'm looking for, man. You know what? This is where you pop your regen potion, though. And we don't need to pop capacity here, I think. I think I'd rather get the orbs whipping around quick. I think we got a great thing going. But our other win condition is now play like lots of attacks. But I think we already, you know, to some extent you got to dance with the one that brought you, right? And the one that brought us here was electrodynamics and getting some lightning out there, and then, I mean, hopefully feeding you the business. That would be the next step in my ideal world. I'm not too worried about this. Like, you're going to reduce our stats, but most of our damage comes from our orbs anyway. Or should come from our orbs anyway. Hey, we got some extra decks. One dual cast sends you to the Guangdong Tigers, so I'm not even sweating this. You're cooked. And we got our peak value out of our regen. I'll skip because I'm loving the leanness of the deck, because the leanness is coming from cards that are good. And Gambling Chip greatly increases our odds of drawing a useful power on turn 1. Let me see what you got. Purity, Chill. I could be persuaded to chill. I have been persuaded to chill. Rebound. It's crazy because I love this deck, but I don't think there's really anything I want to rebound. But to be honest, rebounding, just adding another attack, irrespective of the fact that we have Kunai, seems to be a good play here. So I'm gonna dump these two. And we possibly could have even puzzled that out a little bit better, but this is still really good. Like, all we need is this. So I want to make Chill innate. Hologram's tempting too, but I want to make Chill innate before I do basically anything else. Because if there's an, like on this enemy, we'll draw it innately, but then we'll just dump it because like we don't need it. We need electrodynamics out there as soon as possible, so we'll play our other powers. But on AoE fights where we really need that block early, we'll be incredibly stoked to have it, I think. Okay, that was a bit of a risk, but it was like a 20% chance to draw an electrodynamics we couldn't play. I'll live with that. Let's play electrodynamics. I think I'd love to split you on this turn. So you're going down to 78. If I play defrag, were you going down to 78? No, you're going down to 80. I forgot how to do math. Defrag takes you down to 78. I would rather split you, honestly. Even though it splits you fairly high, I think it's not as bad as it could be because we have electrodynamics. Now, it's a bit of a kick in the pants that they're both attacking turn 1. 9 damage takes you to 35, which won't split you, so let's just play a block on top of that. But we're looking great right now. If anything, like a Glacier... I mean, you know what cards fit the archetype. I know we don't talk about archetypes anymore, but I should have hit you. I forgot. Oh, no, it was perfect. I'm glad I didn't hit you, because you would have split. It's a bummer, man. You're going to split anyway, so I'm going to smack you. And then just play as much defense as I can. Like, I think we're very well set up for Act 2, where many of the elites are AoEs. I've been wrong about that before. Without a doubt, but... Okay, so you're going to split, which means we should evoke and then dual cast. And now you're all going to pay. In fact, now we have already won the fight. Okay, so this is a great start, man. This is a beautiful start. Now we could just ask for a great relic and an incredible card. I have to go weak potion because it might keep us alive. I don't think we need a second machine learning. To be honest, I know this is upgraded, which makes it mighty tempting, but I think a reboot gives us another chance to hit a good target on turn 1 with Gambling Chip, and then we could play it and get like a second attempt to maybe get a card that we consider foundational to our game. And honestly, I mean, to me, it's very risky, but transform all strikes and defends could do some work for us. We eventually want them out of the deck anyway. If some of them become like good cards, that would be nice. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Thunderstrike, I'm not totally sold on, but it's nice to have a scalar. And All for One just doesn't fit what we're trying to do. But at worst, it's almost like 1.5 strikes for 2 damage, which is like, considering the risk-reward involved, I don't think this was that bad. Not perfect synergies, but far from bad, I think. And I think here we want elites and question marks. I see a possible 4 elite path, which has me a little spooked, but also a little stoked. Do me a favor. I'm going to dump both machine learning. I just don't think we necessarily need them on this fight. I think we love the draw first, defrag. You could then play turbo. It gives you one more energy than you need. But then we dual cast to try to, like, knock one. And then we summon and we summon. That's fine. They're doing 18, we block 26. No sweat. As soon as Electrodynamics comes out here, like, this fight's basically over, I think. And there it is. So you're dead. You're going to do 14. We already have 21 block. I mean, static is great if we can't put up block. We'll probably be happy we have it. But we could have afforded to put some... Well, no, you're both dead already, now that I think about it. So this is a great situation for a self-repair because everything's going fantastic right now. I think we got to use some potions, man. A reinforced body hits. And then question marks, gold-plated cables. Very nice. Purple fire spirits. Dude, they're gonna give me a relic because I'm gonna give them a rare. Oh, maybe they healed me to max and increased my max HP by 10. All for the privilege of getting rid of a card I didn't want to get rid of, or I didn't want to keep anyway. All right, I see you. Again, I think this is like almost a full dump. Try to draw into something a little bit more useful. I'll turbo it up. I'll draw. I'll play Electro. I'll play Defrag, and then I'll reboot, and honestly, it's kind of great to get a chill. And then it's kind of great to get like a cool-headed, I suppose. We put up 8 block, we take 6. Could have used a weakening potion, but I'm kind of saving it. Whether that's good or bad remains to be seen, but I'm kind of saving it for, like, if we face the Book of Pain first. I can't believe that those words just came out of my mouth, but it's for the best, man. It's for the best. And you're cooked. I'm not even worried about you. You're cooked. Probably. We've summoned 5 of these. Sure, man. Melt him. Turbo. Thunderstrike. Okay, you're done. I skipped those. I like our deck right now. We should use our ludicrously capacious orb, though. And replace these. And this. We need the block early. Or the chance to get block. Chell me. Zap me. It's going to be a nasty turn. I think you just play the turbo because you might as well get it out there, right? It's a bit of a spicy turn, no doubt about that. Defrag helps. We need 6 block. That gets us there, and we got some orbs. We need electrodynamics, obviously, but it's otherwise good. And I'm telling you, there's a method to the madness on this weakness potion, okay? It's my personal belief, and thus you can't criticize it, that we're doing the right thing. It's above rhetorical assail, okay? There's nothing you could do on this one. I'm sorry, we got you on a technicality. So you are cooked. You're not cooked yet. I could melt you first. Are you cooked now? You're very nearly cooked, but you're not quite cooked. You're oh, you are because of gold-plated cables. As of right now, we don't summon enough frost. So I pass, and this is kind of the moment of truth here. Dump them. You need early electrodynamics is the only thing that matters. Now, play a turbo, play a chill, play a cool-headed. Like, get some block out there for free, but we need that electrodynamics. Whatever, it would have done 1 damage. You're doing 34 damage. Smoke him if you got him. We take 12, but I was just gonna say, we're that much closer to electrodynamics, right? In theory. Certainly should have played defrag first. Not that much damage coming out. 15, 13. I'd love to play defrag. I think I kind of screwed up my order and made this a better play. So this at least allows us to take 0. It leaves us slightly more poorly set up for the future, but like, what do we care? Because these enemies won't be alive in the future, hopefully. Play your turbo. Turbo might be the card in this game that I was sleeping on the most. I'm always like, I'm fixated on the idea that like, oh, we don't want to... 1 second. Do I need both, yeah. I'm fixated on the idea like, oh, what happens if I draw a void when I need it? You know, when I need that energy, I'll be so disappointed that I got void instead. But yeah, like the thing is you need the energy on this turn, or at least you can use it for something. Sometimes you probably end up, you know, paying the toll later, but sometimes you won't. It's like that, you know, worry once, it happens, now you stress twice. Worry once, it doesn't happen, you stressed once. Never worry, it happens, you stressed once. And then Hawaii mode. Never worry, never happens, never stressed. Therapists everywhere? I'm joking. Anyway, hang on. Let me hydrate for a second. I don't think we take heat sinks, but I'm tempted because we do want to. Draw is very important for us, and we have some powers. 2 of our powers are kind of innate, though. Like, they're innate. They're optionally innate, I should say. But then we still got 2. I think it's low upside, even upgraded, without like a creative AI. So I like our deck. I'm going to rest to make sure we stay on the level. I want to upgrade, but I'm going to rest to stay on the level. I think I'm going to transform. I don't really see much that I want to transform, honestly. Possibly you don't need 2 reboots. Well, so like your options are lose HP, gain strength. Free strength on turn 1, but we literally have like 3 attacks or so, 4 attacks, maybe 5 attacks out of 21 cards. I think we should transform. Because we don't need the strength for free either. So what are our like least valuable cards? Reboot is like, I don't always play it, but it's always nice to have. Our beam cell is doing very little for us. And honestly, I love an orb, but I feel like maybe our cold snap doesn't do enough. It's another reboot and another machine learning. All right, like that might be getting a little silly. 3 innate machine learnings. It's kind of cracked if we don't have any enemies on turn 1, I guess, but... Or if we don't have any... You're probably going to have enemies now that I think about it, but if you don't have any... Yeah, do it like this. If you don't have any enemies that are attacking, that would be sick, but unfortunately we do have enemies that are attacking, so... Can I... There's nothing in my discard pile. That makes sense. So I guess we're kind of forced to take a hit on turn 1, but we're very well set up for the future. So we're taking 8. Pretty not bad, considering it's a boss fight. So let's rebound, zap. We probably didn't need to rebound you, actually, now that I think about it. And then we draw zap again. Okay, that's fine. Please waste a turn summoning more minions that I can just nuke down, please. I think we definitely... just love. What are we skipping our draw? Yeah, give me something else. Hi Tomo. How you doing, brother? I'll play the dude. I was meant to play static. It's like you never know if maybe you need the effect of static, but I'm pretty sure we're not gonna need it. Is there a world in which Thunderstrike doesn't kill you? Yes, but there's no world in which it doesn't kill you and we take damage, so that's an acceptable play. We probably could have killed you, but I was lazy. We got a very, very nice thing going here. Totally fine. Would still love a self-repair. I'm trying to think what I want. You know what would be great for a relic? Obviously Mummified Hand, but Bird-Faced Urn, in case we don't get a self-repair. Brother. At some point, I think there's such a thing as too many rebounds or reboots. Great shop for this. Because we just like, what if we draw 4 reboots? I guess you just play 1 and then you still feel pretty good about it. Okay. Do we need to remove anything? I kind of like everything we got. Melter is like situational, but it's kind of nice to have unattack. I guess... That's like kind of a fake self-repair. This is nice. Draw is always nice. And then, I mean, I can see how Mayhem could go wrong, but most of the time it's going to go pretty right for us, I think. And it only costs 1, which seems like it's criminal, man. Okay. This is a weird one. Cool-headed me. Compile driver me. For more draw. Bandage me. I'm going to accept my mayhem. I'm going to play my chill, of course. Then we can reboot. And I'm almost like, maybe you should just dual cast. And then what do we take? 29 damage? I'm like, dual cast again. We have a little setup, and we spent a potion. But, like, I think it's... I mean, it's based on what we drew, right? Like, I don't have 100% control over that. Okay, I mean, if you're gonna force my hand... I guess I would pop an ancient potion so we can attack next turn, even though now that I think about it, attacking isn't really our deal. Okay, rebounds into zap, so we draw it next turn. Then electrodynamics. That actually took a little bit of common sense, which is rare for a guy like me. And then go all in on this turn. So you're already dead, you just have to die. Most likely way to make that happen with a reboot, and you are dead. Captain's Wheel. Love passive block. Love getting my max HP up. And honestly, the second floor has been pretty clean so far. I'm gonna make a fairly bold play, okay? I'm gonna remove a melter. So I'm centering my entire run around our win condition. I'm gonna ignore the bites, which is I think risky as well. And then we gotta figure out what we're doing, man. Because we're always playing our bandage, so there are probably worse upgrade targets. There's probably better ones too. And I don't know, to be honest with you, if I could really ask for like a better first turn. We're going to draw 3 extra cards per turn, which is going to get us to like our winning cards way faster. So what are we looking for, really? Probably Static Discharge, actually. So maybe start with... Do we have a turbo? We do have a turbo still to draw. Give me my draw. Static Discharge is what we wanted. Defrag me now, and I'm not gonna reboot because I don't want to draw the cards that we're gonna draw anyway without having the ability to play them. Okay. Now, let's zap. Let's chill. Let's mayhem. Let's electrodynamics mostly to get it out of the deck. Now this time we don't have to play a turbo. But in playing a turbo, it makes our reboot much more likely to pull something good, which it didn't really, but pull something we could play. Maybe not, pull something good is perhaps not the right way to describe it. I was gonna say rebound Thunderstrike, but we can't do that. But we could Thunderstrike you for 70, which seems pretty solid. It's only getting better, and then we don't have to deal with this void anymore. You're doing 31. This is where... Okay. I was starting to get attached to those, but whatever. I mean, you gotta commit at some point here. I think we're fine. But he does start to do some serious damage once he hits the next phase. So would you... Oh, you played a reinforced block for free? Yeah, I forgive you. And then rebound a Thunderstrike. This is going to do 65 damage or something. And then next turn when it pops up is going to do even more because we're not going to be weak anymore. Scratch that last part, okay? They forced me to play my rebounds. That's not fair. That's not fair, man. But I can still Thunderstrike you something fierce. I mean, you gotta be dead, right? You must be deceased at this point. You must no longer have metabolic function. Okay, great stuff. It has to be Seek. We have too many reboots already. It's getting ridiculous. There's a lot to think about here. Again, let me hydrate one more time because I think there's a lot to think about. I think you could make the right decision and win the run. I think you could make the wrong decision and cost yourself. Or the NL Classic, make not the optimal decision, but not the worst one, and barely coast to victory, and then falsely attribute your win to your bad decision instead of variance, and then spend the next 20 runs building on a false pretense that you formed based on an incomplete set of data. That's a hood classic. That's gone platinum on this YouTube channel for sure. I mean, orbs are good for us. They're better when we are on a longer fight and worse when we're on a shorter fight, I think, because sometimes you need that evoke to get the damage done early. Do we have lots of upgrade targets? Yeah. So let's just say no to the fusion hammer. Do we need to rest? See, that's what's messing with me, because it's like such a high upside relic if you don't need to rest. If you need to rest, by the time you figure it out, it's oftentimes too late. I'm going to say we don't need to rest. Not just because of bandage up, but because of meal ticket as well. So let's plan a route that at least has a shop at the end. And maybe a shop on the way. Like maybe forget the elites. The elite maxing was last floor. Take a route that takes you to both shops, just in case. And we got money to spend and everything's half off, man. I would like to draw defense, and we can always grab these cards off the reboot if we get defense. I gotta think about what I want to do here. We have 5 energy too. Probably seek. I like not taking damage. Like, I'm a different kind of beast like that, as you know. It's kind of crazy to just say, like, give me a charge battery, then toss me a reboot. But everything we play now is essentially free. Hate to draw last, and I'm not going to play that reboot. This is good. This is a great setup. We get a free play. The free play reboot is hilarious, but very disappointing. Defrag first, so that you get the focus off the evokes, and that's enough block for sure. And you're probably cooked. We have to be very careful with the risks we take, though, knowing that we can't rest. So I think you played a burn, which it stings, but it is what it is. Let's draw. Send this out here. Send this out here. You're not dead. But you're dead, because you can't hurt us this turn, and we'll kill you next turn. Yeah, and we played our bandage, we're at full HP. Okay, beautiful, fantastic. Don't need him. I didn't mention it, but we're going up against a Time Lord. I'll just be real with you, we can afford to lose 1 machine learning. It is not what... We could also... We could afford to lose a turbo, man. Those machine learnings is like... I hate to say it. They're just upside. Now, this is a really tough decision because we have some great powers. I really think for encounters, we want electrodynamics in our starting hand. I'm not complaining. Like, it was a beautiful situation. I'll just take 100 gold. That's worth 200 gold to me. I think we have an amazing setup. So yeah, I'm not besmirching in the slightest machine learning. Because, like, there will be times where we get to play 3 machine learnings on turn 1 because the enemy's not attacking, and it can only benefit us to draw the cards we want to draw. So don't act like I'm the one who doesn't get machine learning, okay? Because you guys are all attacking, I'm going to evoke Frost first, so that when we evoke Lightning, it gives us a ton of block. And I'll definitely dual cast. And then we just need like a little bit of sauce here to finish the job. Just the slight, you know, honestly, just in case. And then that's like not quite the sauce I'm looking for, but we get there anyway. So one of the spikers is already dead. The exploder's already dead. The other spiker is probably going to buff, which means they're dead. I didn't need to hit them, but like, I guess why not? I think we've created quite a potent deck here, and if I may be so bold, we created a potent deck without the use of Echo Form, which has not happened for quite some time. I don't want burns. My deck is like, I think it's a perfect size right now. We could smith a card. Yes, elites, you don't need the relics. You don't need them. Get your Seeks going here. What do you grab with Seek? That's the beauty of it. You don't know until you see what encounter you're going up against. He's learning. I can feel the knowledge inside of me. We need 22 block. We get there. We get there. We don't get there. But that's going to make you... You're going to regret having hit the likes of me once you see what these static discharges do. I don't know, for some reason I thought like your life would be over, but that's fine. So we played Rebound first. We might as well rebound a Zap. I don't know if the fight's going to last that long. We probably should... Well, I guess if you played Defrag first, then you would have rebounded nothing. And maybe there's situations where that's for the best, but... So there's 49 damage out of this, but I think we got to be a little bit more targeted in our attacks. Like, so if we were to seek... as crazy as it sounds, I think seeking a Zap is actually pretty good. It's free damage, you're dead. You're 4 damage away from being dead because we have gold-plated cables. But if I play this, you're dead. So that's another kill. Great economy. Now we need to put up enough block or just kill you, which you are already dead. All right, easy enough. I don't know why I would put myself through the math for no reason. And then we hit the shop because we got 439 gold. Prevent the first time you would lose HP each combat. That's a given. Start with an artifact. That's a given. And we still have tons of money, man. This is an amazing setup. Bottled Lightning. Put a skill in your hand. Give me Seek, man. That's my favorite 2 cards for the price of 1. My whole hand is innate. Like, I could even now... I could... Just give me a second, okay? On this turn, I'm like, am I silly? I feel like there's no reason we wouldn't just eat 18 damage to play this, 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 and this. And then with Seek, we would just not play it. We could play a Zap, but we're just going to choose not to play it. And now we're gaining 3 extra cards per turn. We can't play 3 extra cards per turn, but we're stoked to have 3 extra cards per turn. Was this 35 damage for 3? I sleep. We're stoked to have it because this is what, and you understand this, but it took me a long time to learn this, which is why I'm saying it. It's not that you can play every card that you draw, it's just that you're going to draw less trash and more treasure. I'm saying it for me. So give me these Zaps. The Zaps are the moneymaker. The Evokes are the moneymaker. We are taking a little damage, but not much. So give me a second here. We're going to draw a Zap next turn anyway. If we play cool-headed, it'll draw a Zap. And then this is draw. I feel like I've internalized some lessons about Slay the Spire, but maybe that's just me thinking that I got better when what actually happened is that electrodynamics is insane. You're going to rebound a Zap. We now do 56 damage with this. 56 damage plus 10. That seems like enough to me. The math enjoyer has logged on. How about that? Now, Bullseye... That's especially upgraded. That seems like an add to me because our orbs are doing quite a number on you. This time I don't, but it's nice to have machine learning to deal with whatever they're putting out, you know? I have to think about this. And a reboot too, huh? It's like, I think we love the orbs, don't we, people? We need an attack. So we should have done this in a different order, but we need at least 1 attack so that we can fix what you're doing, to preferably be like 1 big attack. I meant to do this in the opposite order. So that's not a big attack, but we can basically shrug off this turn and get extra draw, so let's do it. And then the hope with the draw is that it just gives us answers to whatever you got. So like a Zap is always nice. We can play Static Discharge because summoning Lightning Orbs is going to kill you faster, and if we take a little damage, we take a little damage. So I can put up 21 block. That's not a lot, though. It's not enough. But this is an annoying fight. The risk is like you reboot and you don't get anything better. So as much as this is kind of like a resignation that we're going to take a nasty hit, I think it makes sense to Like, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't here. I personally think that was a mature decision. Now, there could have been upside on the other side of it, don't get me wrong, but... I think I dual cast you, and then play Thunderstrike, and then you're gone. And it's hard to argue with a hologram is like a seek in reverse, right? Like, we can grab whatever we like that we've already played. Let's keep one machine learning in hand, and we're keeping the chills this time, because with the chills, we can chill. Do we want to grab defrag first? I could see a world in which that makes some sense. And then maybe something that costs 0. Well, we could heal, so sure. We weren't at full HP. You're gonna chill, then you're gonna zap. Oh, I'm accepting of my order here. Now, 32. So we're not going to take damage, which to me means we should just play the cards that we have because I didn't have any other options. Great, dude. We're having the ability to basically choose our starting hand. I mean, that's powerful. I don't know if you've noticed that. Have you noticed this? You're already dead. You're already dead. Okay. Good fight, guys. Good fight. Especially when you can choose your starting hand, and then also, thanks to gambling chip, you can be like, remember when I chose that? I don't know what I was thinking. Let's get some other stuff going. So, I mean, there has to be something that's great to duplicate. Mayhem is not the answer, I think, because we want to choose what we play against the Timekeeper, so 1 is enough. You could obviously... Electrodynamics is just one more 2-cost 3 lightning, which is nice to have one of, but the main meat on this is hitting wide, which we don't need on the boss, obviously. I gotta think. We probably want it, but I gotta think. I don't think we really have a removal target. We probably don't need all the reboots, but as the fight goes on longer, we might consider that, like, reasonable. If anything... A focus potion. It's tempting. I mean, it is tempting. And then starting with an attack in hand, I actually understand this. This should be bullseye so that our orbs do more. And then, I mean, if you're going to dupe anything, it might be Seek. But again, on this fight, I'm not sure that that's what you want. I think if it's crazy, dupe unupgraded reinforced body. I really see that being like our possible, like, could save us in a pinch type situation. So I think this is an unbelievably good start. We don't need machine learnings. The fight might be over on turn 1. So start me with a bullseye on Hugh. Chill me. No, don't chill me. Don't chill me yet. Give me a defrag first. And then a zap for another orb. Defrag, zap me, electro me, then chill me. That's the easiest fight I've ever seen. And then, I mean, you could upgrade one of the reinforced bodies. I personally, I mean, you could upgrade cool-headed, but we should have enough draw for machine learnings anyway. So we want this. We don't really care for electrodynamics here. If anything... Call me crazy. This actually might be a great turn for this. Gain focus. Play it, play it, play it. And then, like, seek a 0-cost card and a upgraded reinforced body. And this is like my atonement for never respecting draw. Because now, I mean, you can't respect it much more than that, I think. Now you're doing nothing on this turn. That's what we like to see. It would be a good turn to play 6 cards. This will serve us well. This is draw. We have 4 cards. I'm skeptical about Mayhem. Like, I'd almost rather play it later. I didn't mean to play that. Okay, we can play 2 more cards. I want that. And you know, okay, play the Mayhem just because it fits nicely there. There were misplays in there, but I'm loving every minute of it, Jerry. Okay, we got Chill. At some point, you want to play Electrodynamics just to kick it, you know, just to get it out of our face. We have 29 block. I don't really care if we get 30, but I do like. You know what? No, I like the reboot here. It gets reboot out of our deck, which might be good at this point. Rebound, zap, hologram. I thought it would bring back zap. Oh, it's because it's in our draw pile now. I mean, the damage output is crazy. Now, keep in mind, we're only going to have 4 cards to play because Mayhem's going to play one. I think he wants Static Discharge. And the 21 block well, we should play 2 0 cost cards then. Here's a crazy play. Play this for 0. Play this for all of our energy, and then reboot into nothing. Okay, now you're going to take a turn off, which means we could take a turn off. Or kill you. So I was going to take a turn off. I'm not going to do the math because I'm stupid, basically. I'm just going to try to kill you. And I think we're going to get there. I think we just got there. Dude, that was a beautiful Slay the Spire run. There was some elegance in that. And I just want to say, that was all a product of that early Electrodynamics allowing us to take an aggressive playstyle. And then also, like, the amount of innate cards we had was disgusting, and the draw we had was disgusting. That was beautiful. Ascension level 12 has been unlocked. That felt great! I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I couldn't have done it without you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!